Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, well, as you know, it's all things about Dior at the moment, and I'm pretty sure that by now you guys know my love for Dior. So of course I had to pick up both foundation, try them and review them for you guys. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna spoil it. They are just so good. Honestly, guys, if you're looking for your new next foundation, this is it. Let's go ahead and have a look at what we have. Let's talk about them. Of course, I've done some wear test, 12-hour wear test with both of them. I'm going to show you the application, how it feels on the skin, how they look throughout the day. And let's get going with my favorite, the matte formula. I don't know, I've always been a little bit more attracted to a matte velvety formula. I think that's personal preference because both of them are absolutely gorgeous onto the skin. So this is the new Forever Skin Wear that is a flawless skin, true foundation, 24 hours, ultra wear, no transfer, triple action care. The 24 hours really does make me giggle a little bit because who wears a foundation for 24 hours? It's a long time to be wearing makeup. Anyway, both formulas are the same other than one is a glowy finish and the other one is matte. But in terms of active ingredients, you have hyaluronic acid, you have niacinamide and peptide and sun protection that is a SPF 25. I know, I did say that I was not the biggest fan of having niacinamide in my foundation because I truly believe that too much of something, even if it's good, it's not the best. It's not good for you. So it's just such a good foundation. I can't believe it. Nowadays, all foundation that are coming out, that are being launched, most of them have niacinamide into them. It's a very small percentage, but it's still there. And the good news is the more you wear those foundation, the better your skin is supposed to be looking. The application of the matte foundation, and this is the one I am wearing today, and I've topped up my face with the Hermès, the finishing powder. Well, I use it as a finishing powder, but it's the Rocabar blush that I've just, dust all over my face as a finishing powder because you can see, look at this glow. It's glowy, it's soft matte, it's super blurring, but it's not greasy, which is exactly what you want. The application is beautiful. It's not patchy, it's not muddy. It just glides onto the skin. It's super blurring. It's literally like if you were wearing a filter. I am just so impressed with the foundation. It is beautiful. It is so long lasting. I am not joking. You can see in those clips, it just stays beautiful throughout the day and it's no transfer. It is exactly what it says it should be and even more beautiful. I also like the new packaging. I think it's very luxe, it's very couture. I quite like it. The matte one is great for all skin type, to be really honest, because there's got hyaluronic acid into it. Even if you have a dry skin, it's going to look fabulous onto you because it's not a drying foundation. It's blurring, it stays in place the whole time and super easy to apply. It does dry a little bit, so it's probably the only, I guess, downside, or it's not even a negative point. You apply your foundation and that's it. But that's because it's a matte foundation, so I think it's just a little bit more typical when you come to those matte foundation. Beautiful, it doesn't emphasize any of the pores and it gives you that kind of, soft velvety, matte velvety look, that kind of cloudy finish that I absolutely love. Now, if we talk about the Glow foundation, to be maybe comparing them, obviously this will give you a glowy finish look. It's equally the same, as in super long lasting, which is really, really good for a glowy foundation because you want something that is going to stay in place. You don't want it to turn greasy and to be slipping off your face, which is not the case. It is beautiful. And you also have the same active ingredients, your hyaluronic acid, your niacinamide, and your peptide with sun protection. it doesn't have the exact same coverage. So if I compare both of them, obviously matte finish, glowy finish, the glowy finish doesn't give you a full coverage the same you'd have in the matte finish. The matte finish will give you a little bit more coverage. The glow finish, still beautiful, but it's more of a medium coverage. You could build it a little bit because it's very light onto the skin. It's one thing that really strikes me whenever I've been wearing these, because I've been wearing them for a few days now. It is just so light onto the skin. It's like you're not wearing anything. The Forever Skin Glow, the Glow foundation, the Glow version of it, you don't have to touch up your foundation. This one is even more transfer proof because it's a matte finish, obviously. But even the Glow one, I have been so impressed. And I picked up shade 2.5 neutral in both. So the Glow one has a little bit more of that creamy texture, but runs a little bit more. And this is the matte one that sticks a little bit more onto the skin. And they do oxidize a little bit. They are neutral, but once they get into the air, you'll see they turn warm a little bit. That's maybe my only complaint. They are, for a neutral shade, they do oxidize a little bit and turn, not necessarily dark, but I think they turn a little bit warm. So if you have a very true cool undertone, of course, go for a cool undertone. So this is how they look like onto my skin. It's really weird because they are both 2.5 neutral and now they look quite different. I guess different formula, different way of oxidizing. And this is the matte finish and this is the glowy finish. And see how this is glowy and this is matte, but not flat. It still remains quite a luminous, nice foundation. Definitely this one has a little bit more coverage, so it's completely dry. This is the matte finish here, and like there's nothing moving. It is beautiful, and same goes with the glowy one. There is literally, like, it is so impressive. I don't know what's the new technology, but it's really working. It does stay in place the full day. And you know, when I've been testing this foundation, I've been going to the gym, going outside, doing, you know, everything normally. I did set the T-zone because I always do. No primer and no setting spray, and it looked, well, I mean, this is how it's looking, and it's been 8 hours already, so it's looking pretty good. I can't say anything bad about them. They're not creasing, they're not muddy, they are blurring, they give you that kind of filter, very elevated couture foundation. They don't put emphasis on the pore, of course. They're not drying formulas. Like, what else do you want from a foundation? So Dior claims that these foundations are combining flawless makeup with skincare benefit for perfect skin with or without makeup, designed to deliver the perfect skin even in front of the camera, because you do have that filter effect. And it's a formula that combines a natural glow with a medium to high buildable coverage, ultra soft and thin, blends easily and seamlessly onto the skin, and evens out the skin tone and blur imperfection, formulated to resist heat and humidity, and ensure no transfer, perfection for 24 hours. And you do have 45 shades with 6 undertone. I mean, that's pretty good. If we look at the whole range, I think it is very, very good. I'd say the glow one, it's glowy, but it's not gonna give you that really crazy glow where you're shining like a disco ball. Honestly speaking, guys, I am just so impressed with them. They will be hyped. They are exactly what Dior claims that they are. The no transfer, the long lasting, they are medium to very high buildable coverage. It is literally the new must-have product at Dior. And now I'm gonna try and remove it with micellar water. The glow one removes a little bit better, but the matte one, I mean, you really, really gotta go in It is just such a long-lasting formula, guys. It is insane. If I can compare, I think for me, the Forever Skin Glow compares with the YSL All Hour Glow Foundation. I think the YSL Glow Foundation is a little bit more creamier or thicker in terms of formula, but extremely similar. And the YSL, the glow is even a little bit more glowy. And for the Forever Skin Wear, that is the matte finish, it's very, very, very close to the Guerlain Skin Parure Gold in the matte finish. I think this is a little bit more even matte. The Guerlain has a little bit more of that velvety finish, and this is even more long lasting. You saw how hard it is to remove it. This is just, it just stays in place for so long. I am just so excited, over the moon. I absolutely love these, and if you are planning on getting them and trying them, I hope you're going to have the same love that I have. I can't say a single bad thing about them, and they are not sent to me PR. I've purchased them with my own money, like I do with pretty much every single makeup product I am reviewing, unless I state that it's a PR product. You can expect me to be talking a little bit more about these in my upcoming videos because they are just so good. I do have a soft spot though for the matte version, the Skin Wear. They are equally both really, really nice product. I think it's something that Dior needed to get to. A great upgrade for Dior, and probably a great upgrade for you as well at home if you're looking for a new foundation. So as usual, I will link down below these two foundations with the details as well. If you wish to purchase them, there is a link as well down below. And if you use my link, I earn a commission. I will also list the makeup, the rest of the makeup I have on today's look. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And a big, big thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.